I'm Wingsong Halo, and today I'm going to be reading a Lord of the Rings fan fiction called The Power of Starsfairy. So, by Starsfairy, by the way. So, there's a good sign. She's talking about her own power, apparently. So, I'll get right on that. Summary: Chapter 4 is up! Quite exciting, actually. Please review. Please! Legolas finds a new love, but an unexpected twist sends him searching for answers. Chapter 1, Longing for Love. 1. This is another Lego story. Yay for Legolas! But you didn't say it was a Legolas story. It was a Lego story. That would be a lot better, actually. 2. Longing for Love. I thought this was chapter 1. Alright. It was a crisp summer day in Rivendell. The wind blew gently from the north, and the sweet fragrance of spring was in the gentle breeze. The tress had blossomed, and all the wildflowers spread their wide petals openly toward the blazing sun. Aragorn walked briskly along the cobblestone path made long ago by the elves of old, deep in thought. Where could he have gone? What has happened? He murmured to himself. As the path turned to the left, Aragorn found himself surrounded by mounds of beautiful rolling hills. Each appeared to have a different hue of green, and each unique in their own natural beauty. Aragorn looked around him, and a smile came to his aged face. "So there you are!" he hollered. Legolas lifted his head slowly, as if he were weary from a long battle. He glanced at Aragorn, then lowered his head once more. Aragorn ran quickly upon the hill where Legolas was sitting, his legs bent and his face hid between his knees. Aragorn sensed that all was not well with his dear elf companion. What was your first clue? As Aragorn approached, Legolas lifted his head again. His fair, as in paying your fare, his fair elven skin had wet lines running down, as if he had been crying, probably because he was. His eyes were watering, and he had a sad look. And he had a sad look upon his face, like a child who had just lost his mother. "What is the matter?" Aragorn asked with as gentle a voice as he could. Okay, let me try that again. "What is the matter?" Aragorn asked with as gentle a voice as he could. He saw that Legolas' eyes were dim, as if he had been deep in thoughts of sorrow and sadness. With a crack in his elven voice, he said, "It has been long since I've been loved. It has long since been that I have loved. I think I shall never again find love again for all eternity." I shall never find love again. Okay. Legolas's longing for love saddened Aragorn. He knew that Legolas longed for a love like his and Arwen's, a love that would never die. In as cheery a voice as he could, he said, "Come now, off we go to get drunk." To drink. Okay. "Off we go to drink our sorrows away." And then 4 asterisks. The House of Elven Drinks, that's a really stupid name, was packed with many elves. As Aragorn and Legolas entered, Aragorn ordered himself a pint of elven beer. I don't know. Elven beer. But Legolas was not in the mood to drink. He sat and stared out of the window into the forest that surrounded the House of Elven Drinks. Oh my god. Oaks and spruce and all kinds of trees surrounded the house. As Legolas peered out of the window, he saw a strange glimmer of light, and an elven maiden passed by the window. So beautiful she was, with long golden hair and a silver silken dress. Legolas stared in wonder as the image of the fair lady passed out of sight. He was stunned to see such a beauty that he sat in silence. Wasn't he doing that before? Not daring to move. Dare you to move? Or disturb the picturesque scene of the lady. As he came back to his senses, he saw the light fade. He had a burning desire to go after her, so he leapt off his chair, and on his light feet he dashed out of the house. He could see the light faintly in the woods. He scrambled through the wood, passing many a trees, in search of the lady. Suddenly he stopped. He was in a clearing, and the beautiful elf had stopped and was now eyeing him. What is your name? He asked in a dreamlike voice. I am Leonisa of Rivendell. Others call me Starsfairy. I am Legolas of Mirkwood, he replied, and of such beauty like yours I have never seen. Leonisa looked at Legolas gently, and she propped herself on her light tiptoes and kissed his forehead. And your beauty is unknown to me, she said as she lowered herself back down. When her feet were once again on the soft... Wait, so she just, levitated briefly? Okay. When her feet were once again on the soft earth beneath them, she looked up, and her eyes met with Legolas's. Legolas saw at once that her eyes were of a beautiful green hue, and they shinned like stars. Green stars. He lifted his hands and touched her golden hair, then brought his hands and gently touched Leonisa's soft and silken face. I thought it was her dress that was silken. He lowered his head to meet hers, and he just met her! What? I don't understand fics where, people meet and then, talk for, 5 minutes and then just, start macking on each other, I mean, if people do that, great if that works for them, but I don't think that's very realistic. And their soft, gentle lips touched. They were in their own realm, alone in the woods, kissing passionately beneath the shadows of the trees that surrounded them. Then Legolas heard a voice calling him, Legolas! Legolas! It was Aragorn. Legolas gently released his lips from hers and said, I must go. But when shall we meet again? Leonisa replied with a smile, On the hill you last mourned for love. There we shall meet again. Wait, so she was, stalking him? That was freaking creepy. Legolas was stunned to hear this, and as Leonisa turned and walked out of the woods, Legolas watched her in stunned silence, until he could no longer see her soft glow through the thick trees. Legolas began to walk back to the house of elven drinks, where Aragorn was waiting. But before he had exited the beautiful woods where he had met Leonisa, he turned his head back and whispered in the wind, I love you. You just met her! Unless, did they not talk about when they met or something? Well, anyway, that was, chapter 1 of, The Power of Starsfairy. So, thank you for listening to this recording, and hope to see you in chapter 2.